This little cat could never get the food it wanted, all because of a prank toy. But it didn't give up. It tried to pry it out with its paw, and still failed. It was so frustrated. It lay on the ground all alone, but the cat refused to give up. It started doing reaction training. Now its reflexes are faster and faster, and it finally got the food it loves. Do you think this little cat is amazing?
A woman found a stranded octopus on the beach. She could not bear to leave it and decided to rescue it. The octopus could not find its way home. It crawled into a bottle. The woman quickly helped it and released it back into the ocean. 5 years later, the woman returned to the same beach. Something amazing happened. A strange octopus rushed toward her. She was startled and quickly left the beach to go somewhere else. The magical thing was, she met the same octopus again. It kept swimming around her and even danced and played. Seeing this, memories from many years ago came flooding back. She finally realized this was the octopus she had saved long ago. It had grown and changed its appearance, so she did not recognize it at first. In the end, they became good friends. The woman often visits this ocean to play with the octopus. Sadly, such a loving story is only appreciated by two.
This little kitten realized it wasn't chosen for adoption. It looked out the window helplessly, tapping the glass again and again, trying to get someone's attention. Even though it acted super cute, no one wanted to adopt it, not even a single like. This cat lost her kittens in a fire. She blamed herself for not protecting them. Every day, she stared out the window, sometimes crying until the sheets were soaked. Her owner felt heartbroken. He told her that her kittens weren't really gone. They had turned into eggs. The cat was filled with hope. Every day, she guarded those eggs carefully to make it feel more real. A few days later, the owner secretly replaced the eggs with ostrich eggs. But when an ostrich actually hatched, the cat looked utterly disappointed. She knew right away that wasn't her baby. The owner realized he had made a terrible mistake, so he created a special egg and placed a tiny kitten inside. When the cat saw the little kitten break out of the shell, she was overjoyed. She even shared all her food with it. This time, she truly believed her baby had come back. The mother cat decided to give her kitten to a stranger. The little kitten cried, begging her not to leave him, but the mother's eyes were full of determination. Turns out, she had been starving herself for days. Her milk had already run dry. Afraid her kitten might starve to death, she decided to seek help from humans. When she first met this man, she gathered all her courage and asked him for food. The man gave her something to eat, but the mother cat didn't trust him right away. She wanted to make sure he was truly kind, so she reached out her paw and tried to attack. To her surprise, the man didn't fight back. He just looked at her quietly. At that moment, the mother cat knew she had found the right person. She led the man to where her kitten was hiding and gently placed the little one at his feet. The man, feeling heartbroken, decided to take it in. But the next day, the mother cat came back, bringing all her kittens with her, and soon after, even other stray cats heard about it. What happened next, you won't believe.
A girl prepared a big bed for her 3 dogs. 2 of them quickly took over the space. The third one could only squeeze in the middle. So, she changed to a bigger bed, hoping they could sleep more comfortably. But, the third dog still chose the middle spot. The girl felt very troubled. Later, she bought 2 beds to separate them, but the third dog refused to sleep alone. That was when she realized these dogs cannot live without each other. They grew up together and were used to sleeping side by side. In the end, the girl chose to sleep on a single bed herself, while hugging her 3 dogs tightly. This bond will last a lifetime.
When these stray dogs curled up on her doorstep, the woman chased them away. But after the dogs kept returning, as if they'd chosen her doorstep as their safe spot, she began to feel pity for them. So she decided to help them. First, she cleaned their dirty fur, and afterward, she gave them dog dewormer just in case. But the biggest problem the dogs faced was hunger. Therefore, she started feeding them every day to make sure their bellies were never empty again. Soon they would come by every day to visit the woman, and when they saw her outside of her store, they always ran towards her, tails wagging. But there was still one problem, because the dogs had no place to stay at night and would often wait on her doorstep until morning. So the next night, she left her garage door open just a little, and from that night on, the dogs finally had a place to curl up and sleep in peace.
These two dogs fought over a piece of meat. The owner did something unbelievable. He did not split it evenly. He gave the smaller piece to the black dog. The black dog froze. It did not understand why it was always ignored. The unfair owner brought another sausage. The bigger piece went to the white dog. The smaller piece again to the black dog. The black dog felt heartbroken. But then, the white dog did something that made everyone tear up. The next day, when the owner served food again, the white dog did not eat. It reached out its paw, tapped the black dog. Let the black dog eat first. From then on, every time there was food, the white dog let the black dog go first. It showed the owner with actions that fairness is the most precious form of love. But heartbreakingly, this warm story only got 2 likes.
This pup really wanted a taste of juice, but his owner played a little trick, pretending to share, while secretly sipping it all through a straw. When the dog realized he got nothing, he flopped to the ground in dramatic heartbreak, trying to cheer him up. The owner surrounded him with treats, but the dog wasn't having it. Even water was rejected. It wasn't until they headed to his favorite homemade pool that the dog finally forgave him.
On its birthday, the dog got everything it wanted. This guy built a playground just for his dog. When the surprise showed up in front of it, the dog was over the moon. It jumped into the pool and played with joy. But the best surprise was still waiting. Knowing it loved fashion, the owner spent $50,000 to give it a walk-in closet filled with the most beautiful clothes. The dog hung them around its neck like a fashion master. From that day on, it played in the playground for hours every day. But then, one day the playground was empty. It was too tired and fell asleep on the sofa. What the owner did not expect was that it had a high fever. He tried to feed it medicine, but this stubborn little dog insisted it was fine and refused to take it. Soon, the owner came up with a clever idea. He played its favorite game. The dog lit up with energy. The owner quickly hid the medicine in food. The dog thought it won the game and happily ate it all. The moment the model cake was brought out, everything changed. Today was the little dog's birthday, but the owner seemed to ignore it. The dog lay quietly in the corner, looking so sad and lonely, but the mom was actually planning a surprise. When she came out with the real cake, the dog's eyes lit up again. It could not believe what it saw. This time it was a real cake. It rubbed against its owner with joy, feeling so happy and loved. Then came the wishing part. The owner wished it could grow up fast, but the dog was not happy about that. It only wanted to stay a child forever and protect her always. But the surprise was not over yet. The owner brought out a big box. The dog froze in place. Inside were all the toys it had dreamed of. 10 of them in total. The dog knew this was the happiest day of its life. Maybe you can also leave a sweet wish for it. This is the happiest little dog in the world. It just can't stop smiling. Even when it is sick, it still looks at its owner with a smile, trying to avoid drinking the bitter medicine. Sometimes it turns into a fashion icon, wearing the beautiful clothes its owner prepared. But when a big dog tries to bully its owner, it is never afraid, becoming a loyal little bodyguard. Do you wish you had such an adorable dog too? This golden retriever believes it is a sports genius. Look, this dog learned how to jump hurdles. It could not wait to show its owner. With one light jump, it cleared several bars with ease. It happily received praise from its owner. From that day on, it started unlocking more sports. One day, it even taught itself how to skateboard. In no time, it mastered the skill with ease. Convinced it was truly a sports genius. Seeing how much it loved sports, the owner decided to gift it a treadmill. But no one expected this. Besides eating and sleeping, it spent every day running on the treadmill. The owner worried it was too tired and tried to make it rest. But this stubborn dog believed it could keep going. As expected, it got sick from over-exercising. Its body was exhausted, yet it still wanted to run. So the owner decided to take it outside and even performed a backflip to distract its attention. The dog got excited and ran forward quickly. Do you think this dog really pulled it off? The little dog had been waiting here for 3 days, but it didn't know its owner had already passed away. A kind neighbor couldn't bear to see them hungry and cold, so she took them home, letting them live with her cats. Soon they became good friends, but she noticed the dog often ran outside again. It turned out the small space for the cats was never enough for him, so she decided to build a new home for the dog. She placed the wooden posts, stacked each piece one by one, then added insulation boards, and built a frame. A simple little little house took shape, but she wasn't done yet. The next day, she spent $10,000 laying down soft turf for them. 3 days later, the new home was finally complete. In that moment, there was light in the dog's eyes again, as if it was saying, "Thank you for giving me a home again." Yet, no one praised this kind woman. Bagel used to be the owner's favorite, until this little kitten arrived. Everything changed. The owner gave more and more attention to the new cat, even more than to Bagel. Bagel felt heartbroken. To win back some love, it knocked on the owner's door, carrying all its favorite toys. "Mom, can you please love me a little more?" But the love for the new cat did not fade. Bagel hid in the corner crying, not understanding why things turned out this way. Thankfully, Grandma loved it deeply. She gently comforted it, telling it fairy tales. The little cat finally felt a bit better, yet every time it remembered it was no longer the most loved, tears fell again. Maybe you can say a few words to comfort this sad little cat.